this year's trip into the Victorian High Country, we've come in just north of Bright and heading to the Buckland Valley. Presented with these sort of vistas, rather nice. It's Christmas Day 2024. Vicinity, as I said, short of Bright and just out of Myrtleford. And the countryside in the foothills is just beautiful. We're going to camp, hopefully, if it's not too crowded, somewhere along the Buckland River tonight. Okay, we're down on, this is the track following the Buckland River. It's bitumen, so our hopes of finding a secluded campsite unimpinged by other people is fairly slim. But I've got some other plan B, C and D if that doesn't work out, so we'll find somewhere. We've got plenty of daylight left. It's only 6 o'clock and the sun doesn't set for another couple of hours.
Arrive at Buckland on the right.
Thank you very much, Karen. I think we're going to just turn into
in 7
road.
kilometres,
Yes, we are.
turn right on Scotchman Creek Track.
Here we go. Do it. We're going down to Buckland Creek. Not to be anything suitable camping in this neck of the woods. Let's see how far this track goes up here. I can't see a thing through this windscreen. There's a clear area right there. A problem with deciding on where to go and where to camp by looking at a place on Google Earth is that you don't always get a good idea of the terrain. Well, I found a place we can use. There's one right in front of us here. What's wrong with that? Oh, it's part of the track. The track goes up there. The steepness of everything around this spot meant that this looked like it could be a flat, grassy meadow on the banks of a creek. The fact that it turned out to be a slight rise is a minor problem compared to the stunning tool that Google Earth is generally. Only a ground reconnaissance will show what you really need to know. This one turned out to be close, but no cigar. That is lovely, but it's not very flat.
Let's go back.
I think we might go back. In the end, we drove a little further till we come across an unmarked track that followed the Nelson Creek. About a kilometre in, we found a piece of flat, grassy land that would fit our car and tent, and that became our home for Christmas night, 2024. Well, as you would have seen from the still photos, we didn't camp at that spot in the creek. There was just nowhere suitable really, nothing flat. So we came back to the main track, trundled on a bit and found this one-way track to Nelson Creek. It's in fact called Nelson Creek Track, and we camped here. Yeah, the still photos show the campsite, and we're now in the next morning. It's now Boxing Day, the 26th of December. And we're heading off. This is the track we came in on, and we're just heading out there back to the main track, as I said, and heading south. Our next track junction will be Buffalo Range Track. Here we go. Now on Buffalo Range Track. A glimpse of the track ahead, straight across to that hill, but we've got a few ups and downs to go before we get there. Stunning views. That's quite steep. As usual, the camera doesn't come close to portraying the reality as perceived while peering through the windscreen. It's very steep. Sky in front of the next ridge line. Call this One Tree Hill. Down, it's got to go up. built off too. Wow. This is from a point on Buffalo Ridge track. It's very high, but it doesn't even rate a name on the map. I'm not sure, but gee, look at that. From the photo spot, we continued to the end of Buffalo Range track, then meandered down to turn right onto Canyon Road, and from there to White Spur track. This would bring us down to a crossing point over the Humphrey River. Just before there, we had to deal with the remains of a tree over the track. There's always something blocking a track up here, and every now and then you come across one that you're going to have to deal with. This particular log was no real obstacle, as it was old and hollow, and everyone up till now had just driven over and or around it. But I thought I'd clear the track and clean it up a bit. So I got out my trusty little electric chainsaw and had at it. For its size, it punches seriously above its weight, and although this tree had a hollow guts, I've cut similar sized solid ones with it on previous trips. It's just made a meal of them. And down to the water. This is the Humphrey River again. It's probably about mid-wheel deep. Getting up here is got a little easy. There we go. That's the Humphrey River. No, not anywhere near as much fun as Tom Grogan. Okay, we're heading down here until we hit Water Spur track, and we're going to turn up that. Whee! Okay, and this would be Water Spurt track. I'm going to go here.
In 7 kilometers, arrive at Tea Tree Range.
Tea Tree Range was the waypoint I had for the end of Water Spur track. From there, we would turn right, go over Mount Sarah, and head for Harts Spur track. Then a short distance down Wombat Spur track to our intended, and once again Google Earth decided, campsite at a clearing I saw on the top of a hill named as Little Baldy. Oh, what would it hold for us? We're approaching the place I'd picked out from Google Earth to spend the night here, on the top of a little hill called Little Baldy. Certainly got a nice view. Holy crap.
Yes. You wouldn't know I was freaking out. Jeez.
Oh, I'm thinking it's lovely.
Yep,
It's small.
it's small but it's okay.
Well, I don't know where we're going to park. This is it. I guess you'll want to be out of the car when I turn around.
Oh shit, yeah.
Let's have a look and see what Little Baldy holds for us. Well, this is our campsite on the top of a little hill called Little Baldy. And it's on a stark hill. It's going to be fairly exposed, but quite frankly it's 30 degrees and it can get as cold as it likes. But have a look at the view. Oh my God. And it hasn't cost us a solitary cent apart from the diesel. A chap by the name of Ray Pye has chosen this spot to spend eternity, and I have to say I love his choice. Rest in peace, old mate.